And joining us now, John Malcolm, Vice President for the Institute for Constitutional Government at the Heritage Foundation. John, thanks for being with us. This is creating a real firestorm, especially among conservatives. John, is there any precedent examining this issue of expanding the Supreme Court like this?
Well, there's precedent for attempting to expand the Supreme Court like this. Franklin Delano Roosevelt was frustrated when the Supreme Court struck down parts of his New Deal legislation early on. So he proposed a court packing plan to increase the number of Supreme Court justices from 9 to 15. At that time, the Democrats controlled substantial majorities in both houses of Congress, and they absolutely refused to do it and said that this was a terrible idea that would erode confidence in the court and was a direct attack on the independence of the judiciary by the other two political branches of government. He eventually, over 4 terms, ended up being able to appoint 8 out of the 9 Supreme Court justices. But at the time, an overwhelmingly Democratic Congress saw this for exactly what it was, which was an attack on the independence of the judiciary. And that's what this commission is all about, too.
John, I'm curious what you think of the commission. The administration says it's bipartisan. Do you agree?
Well, there are 36 members on the commission. They're all very bright people, but you could count the number of conservatives on one hand and probably have fingers to spare. Look, the Supreme Court, with the exception of 5 years in the immediate aftermath of the Civil War, has been at 9 since 1837. You just pointed out that Justice Breyer last week said that 9 was a good number and that the court packing was a bad idea. Shortly before she passed away, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg said exactly the same thing. This is a very dangerous attempt to attack the legitimacy of the court, and really probably an attempt to try to get them to, curb their opinions in a way that is more pleasing to the political left.
John, as you just mentioned, Justices Ginsburg and Justice Breyer last week warned of this idea of court packing. Is there any chance this commission actually recommends expanding the size of the court? And moreover, do you actually see that happening?
So yes, there's a chance that they could do that. There are many things that they could propose. They could propose term limits, for instance, for Supreme Court justices. That would require a constitutional amendment. But increasing the number of Supreme Court justices would not require a constitutional amendment. It just could be done by legislation. So if there clearly would be support for this in the democratically controlled House. If all 50 Democrats were in favor of this and they were to eliminate the legislative filibuster, they could pass a bill. Vice President Kamala Harris, the president of the Senate, could be around to break a tie, and they could, by simple legislation, increase the number of Supreme Court justices. I don't think that will happen, but it's a bigger threat than many people realize.
Yeah, a lot hinging on that Senate filibuster rule. John Malcolm with the Heritage Foundation, thank you so much. It's good to see you.